from the High Definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for October 24, 2013. I'm Amanda Ford.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Many Americans may not be aware of how big an issue human trafficking is around the world. Even though it may not be a subject that necessarily hits close to home, one Troy organization is trying to open students' eyes to the situation. Haley Greathouse has the story.
According to the FBI, human sex trafficking is the most common form of modern-day slavery. Approximately 300,000 children are at risk of being prostituted in the United States alone. Wednesday night, Stella's Voice hosted Voice of the Silenced, an event to raise awareness about sex trafficking.
We believe that awareness is the biggest key, and before people can do something about it, they have to know about it. We wanted to show people that this is a problem through every avenue possible, whether it was dance, film, or speaking. And we really had an amazing outcome.
It's important all over the world, and nobody really talks about it, like, ever. And if we don't speak up, who's going to? And so we just really wanted to reach out to not only the campus, but to the community.
The organization helps raise money for Stella's House, which saves orphans from sex trafficking. Stella Slanina was an orphan from Moldova who was saved from possible sex trafficking by Stella's Voice. She shared her personal experiences with the audience.
I ended up with Stella's House because I was in the orphanage, and I went to the orphanage because of my alcoholic father, which tried to kill me several times. I thought my life will end there. And then Philip Cameron, which started Stella's Voice, came to our orphanage and told us about Stella's House.
After Slanina spoke, the organization showed the movie Nefarious, a hard-hitting documentary about human trafficking that left most of the audience shocked.
A lot of the people that came up to me, and they didn't even realize how serious it was. The statistics were shocking.
When they said that, parents would sell their children in America, I knew it went on in other countries, but I didn't know it happened in America. That shocked me pretty bad.
So if anything, I feel like people walk away having a different opinion that this wasn't their choice, and because it wasn't their choice, we have to help them.
Stella's Voice hopes that the audience was able to walk away with not only a better understanding of human trafficking, but also with a desire to get involved.
We want this to go somewhere. We don't just want it to be one event and then just die out.
It's hard to see that and not want to stop it. I know that my heart's been breaking over and over again for these girls, and I wake up every morning and I just can't do enough for them. So I just know that the student body they'll want to react the same.
Haley Greathouse, Troy TrojanVision News.
Stella's Voice will hold its last two meetings of the semester on November 7th and 21st at 6:30 in Trojan Center, room 224.
Well, time is running out to see some of the best artwork produced by Alabama artists. The current exhibit at the Johnson Center for the Arts in Troy has the work of more than 45 Alabama artists on display, but there are only a few more days left before the exhibit closes. The Johnson Center for the Arts is always working to keep new and fresh pieces in its exhibits, and every 2 years they hold a biennial exhibition to showcase some of the best work by artists from Alabama.
And this exhibition invites artists who have received the Alabama State Council on the Arts Fellowship Awards, and we ask them to participate in this exhibition so that we can highlight the best artists in Alabama. So each artist will submit a couple of pieces, and we host it every 2 years because every year there are new artists added to that list.
And even if you're not exactly interested in paintings, Drinkard says there is something at the exhibition for everyone.
With 45 different artists in this exhibition, there is plenty of pieces for people who like glass, for sculpture, for woodwork, for painting, for photography. We even have works that are done out of fabric. So really any medium that you're interested in, this exhibition has one on display.
And what's the director's favorite piece?
This exhibition is really special to me because it highlights the best artists in Alabama, and one of my favorite pieces are two glass pieces from Mark Laputa, and he works with Orbix Hot Glass in Fort Payne, Alabama.
The biennial exhibit will close this Saturday. The exhibit is free and open to the public, and the Johnson Center is open from 10 to 5 on Monday through Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Well, this month here at Trojan Vision, we're introducing you to people that some of our student reporters feel have interesting stories to tell.
That's right, Courtney, and today we will introduce a Troy student who has aspirations toward military leadership. Anton Ware has the story.
Son, brother, Trojan, friend. These are the titles that Troy University student Jesse Gonzalez goes by, but today you'll know him as Army Soldier. Here at Mitchell Hall is where Troy University's Army ROTC program brings in and creates future second lieutenants for tomorrow's military. Jesse Gonzalez explains why he joined the program.
I joined the ROTC program to become an officer, become a better leader, and graduate with my degree.
A junior MS3 cadet with various awards, Cadet Gonzalez brings dedication and effort to everything he does and is revered amongst his peers within the program.
Cadet Gonzalez is a great example of a very physically fit soldier and one with excellent leadership skills. He's going to make a great officer.
Cadet Gonzalez has a lot of potential. He's always physically fit. He represents us in the Ranger Challenge team. He has the opportunity to be a great officer. He also is willing to take advice from some of us more experienced cadets.
With his commission ceremony only 2 years away, Cadet Gonzalez is in hopes that all of his hard work will pay off and that he will be a valued asset to represent the United States of America.
I'm looking forward to be pinning on my officer rank, the second lieutenant, and going out and leading soldiers.
Jesse Gonzalez continues to make excellent strides in Troy University's ROTC program. He one day hopes to lead troops of his own into being successful soldiers, but for now, he's perfectly fine with the title Troy Trojan. Reporting from Troy University, Anton Ware, Troy, TrojanVision News.
This month's Trojan Profile series featured work by the Hall School of Journalism's Television News Practicum class. You can look forward to another series of Trojan Profiles in the spring.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Eufaula, a preliminary autopsy report shows that a Georgia man shot by police in Eufaula died of multiple gunshot wounds. 26-year-old Cameron Massey of Columbus, Georgia, was shot and killed during a traffic stop last week. The Alabama Bureau of Investigation is looking into the shooting.
And in Decatur, Alabama Department of Corrections officials say they're searching for a 22-year-old man who escaped from a community-based center. A Department of Corrections spokesman says inmate Cody Wade Snelling was listed as missing after he was unaccounted for during a head count yesterday afternoon.
And in Tuscaloosa, the attorney for an ex-Tuscaloosa County Community Corrections Director accused of sexually abusing employees says he wants his client's case moved to another county because of pretrial publicity. Daniel Boyce was arrested September 29, 2011 after 4 women he said he verbally and physically harassed while he was their supervisor.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Troy soccer team played its final home game of the season. Mitchell Spoon will tell us how they did when he joined us in sports.
Now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So Mitchell, there's been lots of Trojan athletics going on this past week and also into the weekend, but the soccer team actually had their last chance to play home today.
That's right, Courtney, and they just finished up that game just a few minutes ago, so I'll let you know how they did right now in sports. The Troy soccer team hosted ULM earlier today for the final home game of the season and looked to get another crucial conference win under the belt. And it turns out the Trojans did just that, defeating the Warhogs 1-0 this afternoon at the Trojan Soccer Complex. The Trojans went back and forth with the Warhogs for the first several minutes before Luis Chang scored the winning goal for the Trojans in the 13th minute, with Cecilia Thorngren giving the assist. The Trojans turned their sides to the other Louisiana team of the Sun Belt when they played their last game of the season this Sunday on the road against Louisiana Lafayette. And the Troy football team has a tough task ahead of them this weekend when they travel to Western Kentucky. They will be facing the nation's best running back in Antonio Andrews. Andrews has already eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark and averages almost 150 yards a game and still has plenty of running left to do. But the Trojan defense is looking to stop him from doing so much running in their game.
We got to be able to tackle. We got to be able to get to the ball. You know, he's one of the top running backs in the country. And as a defense, you know, we're very excited to be able to face them. You know, we know they're going to run the ball with that pro-style offense. So, you know, we can't wait. It's a challenge.
The Trojans square off against Andrews and Western Kentucky on Saturday with kickoff set for 3 p.m. And the Troy volleyball team is preparing for their road game at UALR and looking to serve up a little payback. Earlier in the season, Troy lost at home to the other Trojans 3-2. And Friday's game is even more critical for Troy after returning from a 2-game road trip in Texas in which they lost to both Texas State and UT Arlington. But head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says his team is as good as any despite the recent losses.
The exciting thing is that the conference is all very similar. We're all evenly matched. On any given night, anyone can beat anyone else, and it just has to come down to whether or not we want to really push forward. And I think that we're hungry because we've been so close so many times, losing 3 matches in conference play out of our 5 that all went to 5 games. So once we figure out how to win that 5th game, I think we'll be in really good shape.
The Trojans are set to play Friday against UALR with the match beginning at 7. So, Courtney, Amanda, congratulations to the soccer team and getting that win at home and definitely securing a winning record for home. And best of luck to the football team when they go out to Western Kentucky.
Exactly, that's right. Hopefully the football team can take after what the soccer team kind of built up today, and best of luck to all the Trojans.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitchell.